Salam alaikum, Veda 5. Okay, so we got, okay, so we said such as warmongers, which are energy feeders, okay? Those are transpersonal beings, okay, who feed off your energy. And the fastest way to get the biggest meal is through your emotions, into your emotions, right? And what's the biggest emotion to go through? The root chakra, through sex, right? The root chakra, right? Right, and what does that, the root chakra represent? Okay, so we said such as these are para personalities. I like rather than parapersonals, we'll go parapersonalities. Okay, such as warmongers, energy feeders through our spirit. They are spiritual parasites, spiritual outcasts, because remember they have no soul. Who use racial and spiritual stratification to divide and desensitize, to dehumanize humanity. It is difficult for one to sense these very delicate universal vibrations that are continuously ever present as an available resource for humanity to tap into. It becomes difficult if one is damaged by pain. So it's difficult for people, you know, when one is damaged by pain, they're so in tune to the pain that they can't really sense anything other than pain. So these delicate vibrations, you know, are not received, thus not converted into a medium that is spoken by, let's say, one who naturally, you know, can interpret it. Okay, can interpret the vibrations. The vibrations are interpreted, right? They're received by the heart, interpreted through a medium, converted. No, wait. They are received in the heart. Okay, interpreted through a language, okay, and converted. Okay, well, let me make sure. Let me see. Okay, they're received in the heart. Okay, the vibrations are received. They're interpreted. That's what they are. Yeah, received, interpreted, and converted. They're converted through a medium, but they're interpreted through the medium, okay? They're interpreted through the medium, and they're converted through the medium. And the medium may be English, the medium may be writing, the medium may be science, the medium may be medicine, but whatever the medium is, if it's natural to you, you're going to do it exceptionally well. That is why you got to follow your dreams, because you're going to do it above the belt, and you're going to use universal whip, so it's good you're going to do it big. And it's time to go big. It's time, okay? Because you, anyway, and that will be your gift, right? Your ability to interpret the vibrations and using a medium, okay, to channel it through or to convert it through, okay? Which you will do naturally and easy. So follow. If you do gardening well, do it well. Just do it, and don't listen to extra other intel. Listen to your your emotional intel, your intellectual. Well, that's what it is. Internal lectures, your inspiration. Listen to your intuition. Okay, we got to get back to intuition. You listen to your intuition. Okay, that's your intelligence. Your intuition is your intelligence. Who are you? You are your psyche. You are your mind. You're alive. You're not your body. You're your psyche. That conscious energy. That programmed energy. Okay, that thoughtful energy. That conscious energy. That can process. Okay, the intel in the vibrations. Okay, now. So we said, such as, okay, we said that warmongers, okay, it is difficult for one to sense these difficult universal vibrations that are continuously ever present if they, and our available resource. So those vibrations are ever present, and they are our resources. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the universe, He created, He used mathematics. Mathematics is the schematic of the universe, okay? It's structured on mathematics, okay? There's lots of knowledge out there is what I'm saying, and everybody has ability to understand it because what? We are part of it, right? Now, but we were talking about pain. So when somebody's in pain, they can't feel these sensitive vibrations, okay? So, so it's what they say, difficult, the damage to feel pain. So that's why it's to their advantage to keep the person desensitized, dehumanized in the commercial constraints, stress, so they don't feel these vibrations. So they don't get out the matrix, their commercial matrix. Okay, they don't feel those vibrations because, think about it, if they live in a world where there's 7 billion people, right? And if all 7 billion people, or let's go with 5 billion people, were following their intuition, their internal lectures, their intellect, internal lectures, their intuition, their inspiration, okay? And then they were able to interpret it and then translate it through a medium, okay? That's natural for them. Oh, that's scary to them. But that's what we got to do. That's what we got to do to overcome. Because for every problems out there in this world, with the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, guidance and inspiration to the humanity, okay? There's a solution for these problems if we work together. That's why we can't go around destroying each other. We need, especially everybody's unique. Everybody has a unique solution. We need every man on board to save this planet. We need all hands on deck, right? We need all hands on deck. Okay, and we got to reduce the pain and suffering. Okay, because if we need all hands on deck, then we need all minds aboard. All minds aboard. Okay, because a person who's suffering may be in pain, and that person in pain may have to have an excellent answer. So we don't want to cause any pain. And not only that, but all that pain that's out there is also releasing vibrations. So we're all, that's what I'm saying. So if we're insensitive, okay, and we can't sense the pain, the suffering, those vibrations that are being released from them, okay, that right there tells us, okay, that we have been desensitized, right? But more than that, that's negative vibrations out there. We don't need those out there. We got to reduce. Like some people talk about reducing carbon emissions. We got to reduce negative stress and harmful emissions from harmful. We got to reduce negative spiritually negative emissions. Okay, we got to reduce those emotions that are. We got to reduce those negative, those spiritually negative emissions that are emitted from one another, from humanity, right? Because other people are receiving that too. It's like you go around the person goes around somebody. It's like, dang, I was happy. They were happy until they went around such and such, because they picked up on their vibrations, and it's contagious. Energy is contagious. It attracts, right? The law of attraction. So we got to reduce those emissions too, because they affect the person at the parasympathetic level too, not the parasympathetic level, but the parapsychological level, right? Because the mind deals with energy, okay? Whereas the heart deals with the vibrations, right? And that's energy too, but it's still a different way of receiving the vibrations. And the heart is more sensitive than the brain. So we gotta, reduce those emissions too by reducing the pain in the world. And we can do that by not letting them go to war, not letting them get into our emotion and making us, call for it, torture. Because that's psychological torture, emotional torture, spiritual torture, by constantly putting that in your face, and causing your nervous system go up and down and up and down, up and down, like climbing the ladder and going down the ladder, climbing the ladder is going up the parasympathetic system, going down the ladder, going down the sympathetic system, up and down, heart and mind, between heart and mind, and then between heart and mind, the devil tries, the shit tries to come in, the shit is brought in, try to bring the shit in, emotional shit, okay? So you got to watch them, okay? Gotta watch them and reduce the pain, okay? Because now, what do we say? And if one were to look at all the amount of dehumanizing barbarism and the brutal desensitizing, inhumane, and unbridled atrocities democracy delivered to the world by the way of depleted uranium, one can observe the level of agony and torment that is suffered in the world today. Now, see what I'm saying? All those, what I said about the dehumanizing, unbridled atrocities and all that depleted uranium had brought to, the Iraq and Libya and other parts of those places of Muslim countries. Okay? They did all that, and then they have the audacity to turn around and put in your face, because they did it in your name. So it's as if you did it because they did it in your name. Okay? They did it in your name on behalf of you. Okay? So that's basically saying you did it, right? So because you didn't do anything to stop them. Okay, because if it was on the court, if it went to a court of law and the judge said they did it in your name, it's basically you signed your name on the line, right? They did it in your name. You gave them permission to do it. Did you stop them? Did you try to stop them? So they did all these the depleted uranium and destroying the land and all this kind of stuff and all these atrocities and all that torturing and all this stuff in your name, right? And you didn't do nothing to stop it, okay? And then they have the audacity to turn around and say, to set up an insurgency there to do further damage in your, well, not in your name, because they're the ones doing it, but then they do it to someone that looks like you, that represents you, that looks like you spiritually. And, okay, and, to do these atrocities in front of your face, right? To what? To aggravate you, right? So they're doing it in your name to you, and they're doing it in your name. Well, they're doing it in your name to you, period. Okay, whether they do it to, a Muslim or whether they do it to no. This is where I was at. They did it to the Muslims in your name. Then they set up an insurgency to do it to you indirectly by doing it to someone that reflects you, right? But you only respond to that one. Okay? To when they do it to someone that looks like you. That's like the racism, but it's spiritual racism, right? But they're the same ones doing it. But you only speak out because they did it to the one that looks like you. But you don't even know they did it. You don't even know, that let's say the enemy, the beast did it to you, the enemy did it to you, because even the beast looks like you, right? Because the beast is hiding cloaked in American clothes. It's abomination, right? So, orchestrating from the office, the abomination is orchestrating, has been orchestrating from the office of the head office, let's say, on Capitol Hill, right? So the beast is representing you, but you only cry when the beast, hurts somebody that looks like you. Then you ask the beast to hurt the people that you think that, hurt the people that look like you. Spiritually look like you, But all the while, it's the beast doing everything, orchestrating everything. And if they do something, if they get you to, go start a spiritual war, they're not going to fight ISIS. They ain't fighting ISIS. They're going to be fighting innocent people. You know, you heard the guy, the ex-Marine, you know, say, you know, when he said, bite the apple, eat the core, I don't work for you no more, or something to that effect. You know, you heard what he said. They weren't killing terrorists. They were killing children. They were killing old men. They were killing women. They were shooting at mosques. They told you that. You see the pictures of dogs biting, you know, people held in captivity. You know, but to this day, nobody, now I can't say nobody because even Ron Paul spoke about the torture, but who, you got to be listening, you know. So, you can't just speak up when, you know, the person that looks like you. That's not being sensitive. That's not good emotional health, intelligence. That's not, and it's based upon, because remember, emotional intelligence is based upon consciousness and the vibrations of what you feel about what you think, what you're thinking. So if you're only feeling for, oh, he's feeling for him because he's, if that was a Muslim who got his head cut off, what would you say? Allah, and I hate to even say that about anybody. I don't like saying that, you know. I don't like the bad taste in the person's mouth to even say that, you know. And I got a, mashallah, got a pretty mouth. I don't want that in my mouth. But anyway, as I said, so a good emotional health will speak about if it's a Christian, if it's a not a Christian, if it's a Muslim, if it's not a Muslim. They don't care who it is. They're going to care. They're going to care. A human being cares about another human being. They're not going to stop and say, wait, let me see your identification. Let me see what organization you belong to before I step in to open my mouth and see to address an injustice that's perpetrating upon you and I can do something about it. They're not going to ask for that. They're going to just say, stop. Stop it, because it bothers them. They're connected. Their heart's connected. So they care about their fellow man. They care about life. I won't even go fellow man. They care about life. Okay? So we're going to move on. Okay, so as we said, but a person in pain can't do that. Or it's difficult for them to transcend, and they want to keep the person in pain and agony. Oh, sorrow is pain. Depression is pain. They want to keep a person in pain so they're desensitized. So constantly tell them this madness. Okay. Anyway, so we talked. Oh no. We were at the barbarism. So the barbarism, all of that, all the barbarism. Okay, got to care when it's happening to anybody. We can't let it happen to nobody. Nobody. Even if they're, regardless if they're Muslim, Christian, or Jew, or non-Jew, or the Buddhists. We care about the Buddhists. We got to care about everybody. Got to stop the molestation of the children. You know, the raping of the children trafficking, child trafficking. Got to stop the what else? The starvation in Africa. We got a lot of freaking work to do. Okay. Now, so as we said, okay. Now, you got to speak out when they're trying to use depleted uranium. Okay, on in other countries. Now, one can observe the level of, as we said, agony and torment suffered around the world. All can bear witness to the magnitude of insensitivity or indifference from one social caste to the other. Okay, economic social caste. Okay, now that's what we said. You know, it's not good health sense. You know, you know you don't have, a person knows their emotional, can determine their emotional intelligence. You know, because if they, you know, look down under somebody from, you know, or look condescendingly upon someone who's outside, marginalized from their social caste. Because it's a caste system. They want to say class system, but it's a caste system. Just like in India, it's a caste system where the untouchables are on the bottom and have no human rights, deserving of no dignity. Okay? That's inhuman. Man's inhumanity to man. Okay? It's all inhumane. It's all barbaric. It's all dark, medieval consciousness. Okay? So if the person doesn't care about, if they only care about that which is in their caste system, consider yourself dark age. If you only care about black people, that's dark age. If you only care about white people, dark age. If you only care about Mexicans, dark age. You only care about Chinese, dark age. okay, medieval, insensitive, dehumanized, okay, barbaric, okay. A human cares about life. That's what he was cared to do. Love and care about life, regardless if they're black or blue. Because I don't care if they're black or blue. I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. Oh, I don't care about the person's, I care about the quality of their skin. Say beauty does. But as far as the color, that's so freaking insignificant. I love white people. I love black people. I love Mexican people. Mexican people got to stop doing their Santeria shit, but I like y'all. I like Asian people. I like culture. I love culture. Because we're one. I love culture. I love culture. And culture has no color. Culture is a lifestyle. And I enjoy the variety of lifestyles. That's what I love. I love it. I love different languages. I love it all. To me, it's stimulating. It's exciting. I like to intercourse with different languages, different cultures, among different cultures. Oh, it's just awesome. Awesome. It's like eating. It's good. Okay. Anyway, so I don't have any hang-ups about color. No, I don't get caught up in that's too insignificant. It's dumb. Anyway, and that's the way a person should be. Has to care about humanity. I care about life. I love people. I love life. Okay? And I don't think about that other stuff. That's dumb. So anyway, so as we said, now, so you'll know if you're racist, that's emotionally unhealthy. If you're sexist, emotionally unhealthy. Because people just look at, because that's waste time. Not really waste time, I just don't want to go there. I don't want to address it because I want to hurry up. Okay, so we said now, so we talked about, so it says, stemming from competition, now, the racism and all that classism and all that emotional ignorance, madness, emotional madness, stems from competition, for provisions, needed to sustain life in a commercial world. It is now, if we were in the natural world, we wouldn't care what kind of color the person was. We would care about working together so we could survive. That's why getting rid of the commercial paradigm is going to be healthy for all mankind. It's going to force them to work together because they're going to need each other. They're not going to, many times people don't care because they don't need each other. They think they can be independent, but we're not independent of one another. We're connected. Anyway, through our energy, through our vibrations, we're on a spiritual level, on an energy level, we're connected. We're connected. Whether we like it or not, we're connected. And it's unnatural to not like it, because we need each other. Who doesn't like help? Who doesn't like love? Who doesn't like being appreciated? Who doesn't like fun? Who doesn't like pleasure? So anyway, that's what the commercial world is going to do. It's going to force us to work together, and through working together, we're going to see how we need each other and how those barriers are going to be broken down. Those barriers, which were those stereotypes that kept us apart. We're going to see how much fun we have together. How much beauty we can create together, because we can, using our intuition. We're going to have to work together, because we need each other. Now, so it says it stems from that, the competition, to sustain life. It is a commercial lifestyle created from artificial intel, rather than it being the intel being inherent. It is external programming, also received via market intel. What's good for the market was the intel. That was how the paradigm was constructed. The commercial paradigm was constructed. So I'm gonna go to video. I don't even know. I hope it's video 5. So, Assalamu alaikum. I'll see you in video 5.